tomorrow, people.
Thank you so much for that,
Riverbank. Tomorrow there's a better day coming.
Well, yeah. I mean, as you kind of say, Riverbank really puts everyone on the spot, which is fair enough. You get some good material as a result. But look, firstly, it's an honour to even speak in front of all of you brilliant people here today. I feel sort of inadequate to talk to all of you after all the wonderful work that you do. I've kind of, come up here to, see Riverbank, see all the wonderful work that all of you are doing. So, I mean, in the words of Mr. Hal Wootten himself, salute to all of you for your brilliant work. I had the pleasure of meeting Riverbank and Nina when we did a trip with some law students from UNSW out to Dubbo. We did some work with the community, helped out with kids at Apollo House, where Riverbank spends a lot of his time with a lot of the kids there. And essentially it's something that really changes your perspective on the whole way we go about a whole bunch of different issues. And something that's opened up my eyes as a guy that's always been living in a city area to kind of go somewhere completely new and realize the sort of work that actually is being done, but the sort of work that also needs to be done. In that sense, I've been really lucky to meet people like Riverbank Frank, who, in simple terms, I can't really express the sort of meaning he has for me. And when we made a return trip in January, it was simply astounding. So we made a film on the sort of things that were going on in Dubbo, and hopefully we'll be releasing that in publicly in about mid-February. In terms of why, I guess, we're all here today, I, with a couple of law students, we started volunteering down at Villawood Detention Centre, going inside and speaking with a lot of the detainees there. And obviously with, what you were saying earlier with the grandmothers in detention, speaking to them is something completely different to what you see in the news. It's one thing to read about it in a law textbook, it's one thing to see it in the news, but it's another thing to actually connect on a human level. And I think that all of you here today, what you do, and hopefully what they hear in there and what they hear in Nauru, is showing that people actually care. And it's so easy when you look at Facebook comments and all those articles and all those horrible things that people say about, everyday people who are fleeing persecution. When things are going off in France, when things are going off in Europe, they're quick to blame them, when that's the very thing that they're fleeing from. And in that sense, for all of us, any sort of step that we can take, whether it's coming here, whether it's the sort of everyday work that we do, whether it's just about raising that sort of awareness amongst everyday people, because all of those movements start from the ground. And without starting from there, we can't change that sort of public perception. So in that sense, for me, it's an absolute honor to meet all of you here today and see this amazing stuff that you're doing. And I hope I can even, replicate that in years to come, to try and match what all of you are doing. It's absolutely fantastic. It's an honor to be here, and simply fantastic work. Thanks so much. And thanks so much, Nina and Riverbank.
Thanks.